What's up YouTube? It's Unruly. I'm making a video, well, you're watching this video, and it is about Mortal Kombat 11 music. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, man, this video is so early. What do we know about the music? Well, we're going to make a discussion talking about our hopes for the music because, in my humble opinion, Mortal Kombat X is fantastic. It is probably the best pound for pound package of a fighting game that you can get. It gives you so many things. It is fantastic, but one thing that it's kind of missing is music. Now, I'm not saying the music is bad. We're going to listen to it. It is very well produced. It is great sounding music, but in my opinion, it sounds like a little bit cinematic and not so much video game. And we're going to go back and listen to some of the classic music that they have in Mortal Kombat and kind of compare it to what we have now. And of course, we're going to have to throw in the game, which the fighting game right now, which I think has the best music hands down, and it's Killer Instinct. And we're going to listen to that. And I think that's what Mortal Kombat X is missing, because Mortal Kombat has had some great music back in the day. And I think it's just started to get a little bit too cinematic and started to lose itself. And what it was an awesome video game music. And we're going to go ahead and take a listen to all this stuff. So let's go ahead and we're going to start off with the granddaddy. Let's listen to Mortal Kombat 1. And this is the character select screen. And this is something that you're going to see. You're gonna kind of listen to this and you'll be like, man, okay. And a lot of times people kind of forget that Mortal Kombat X has music because it is so kind of low and it's so cinematic, and it's great because it is almost a cinematic game, but it is a game, and I think that's what we got to get back to. And by the end of this video is we want to make notice. We want Mick Gordon to work on these games. We want Mick Gordon and Dan Forden to team up and, like, you know, it's like, all right, this is my music from the old days. All right, well, cool, let's do this. Yeah. So let's go ahead and listen to Mortal Kombat 1. And there it is, Mortal Kombat 1 character select soundtrack, and it's pretty awesome. You get such a kind of like a Middle Eastern, not a Middle Eastern, but you get more of a, you know, like you're watching an old kung fu action movie. You're getting this, like, kind of this Asian kind of culture vibe, and I'm sorry if I'm saying the wrong words, I apologize, but you're just getting this cool vibe, you know, and it's because Mortal Kombat 1 is heavily influenced by Big Trouble in Little China, so you're getting a little bit of that. And then this is kind of going to more like it's a karate tournament, but there's otherworldly stuff going on. So let's go and move on to Mortal Kombat 2. And this is the character select screen. Now, keep in mind, these are character select screens. These are, you know, you put in the game, there's your character, and it's supposed to, like, put you in this, like, man, I'm ready to fight, I'm ready to do things. So let's listen to part 2. And there's Mortal Kombat 2. As you can see, it does have a little bit of the same vibe as the first one. The overall soundtrack is a lot darker in Mortal Kombat 2 because it is a much darker game. And if you kind of look at it, like a lot of the stages are in the night. It takes place in the outworld. So that's kind of very reflective in the music of this game. And I think that's something that they did beautifully. We're going to listen to a little bit more tracks of Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. And you're going to see how they kind of really just fit really well in the world that they are. And now we're going to go to Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, and you'll notice about this is it's a lot faster, it's a lot more aggressive, and Mortal Kombat 3 is a much faster and aggressive game than all the other Mortal Kombats before. It has a run button, it's got combos, and you can do pressure, and you can really tell the music just fits really well. Oh, that's the secret one. We can't listen to that one yet. That is now you got to excuse the audio for that one because that one is it's kind of like a remix. Somebody did a well, we'll listen to Mortal Kombat 3 now. Well, we'll listen to one of the tracks right here. We'll go to the subway track really quick, and it's just one prime example. And man, that is one of Mortal Kombat 3's best tracks right there. It is super awesome, super fast pace. And we're going to go listen to their character select screen. This one, like I said before, you're going to notice it's already more aggressive. It's already darker than the previous two. And it's my personal favorite. Mortal Kombat 2 is great, but I'd have to go with Mortal Kombat 3's character select screen. It's, man, you're like, holy cow, the stakes are even higher in this game. This is like the end game. The Outworlds come to the Earth. They're about to destroy everything, and the music shows it really well. I mean, Mortal Kombat 1, you had the tournament beginning, and the music wasn't that dark. It felt more like a karate or martial arts tournament, and with with magical powers. And then 2 a little bit darker. 3 is just bam. Now we're going to listen to Mortal Kombat X's character select screen. You've heard them all. Now let's listen to Mortal Kombat X. This is the music that picks when you that plays when you're going to pick your character. And this is the volume all the way up right now. I'll even fast forward. And you see, it's cinematic. It's very well produced. It's great quality, but it's very too cinematic. It feels like you're watching the opening credits of a Mortal Kombat movie. It doesn't really feel like you're ready to get in this game and fight and kill or be killed. That it doesn't really give off that vibe. It literally looks like you're watching the opening credits or maybe the final credit crawl of Mortal Kombat X. Now compare it. Let's compare it to this one again. This is this is Mortal Kombat 3. As you can see, which one makes you want to fight more? Which one puts you in a mood to like go out and do some dank combos? Now, this is all opinion. Some of you guys may think, wow, I love that music, but you know what? This is someone who's been playing MK since day one. I got to go with the first 3. Now we're going to go ahead and take a listen to Killer Instinct and Killer Instinct 2, which in my humble opinion is probably could be the best of all. Like then there's Killer Instinct, and that's where this game comes in. And I think this is where we kind of need Mick Gordon, and we need things like this. So let's listen. God dang it, that soundtrack is awesome. That as a kid, I would just leave it on the character select screen because it was so awesome. The characters were just in the character select screen were like highlighted, and you were just ready. You were ready to go and kick some ass listening to that music. It was like, this is what is about to begin. And I think character select music is very important because it's like, it's getting you in the mood. It's like getting you into the system, and then you're gonna go fight. And I think that's just that other previous, and like I said, the music doesn't make any Mortal Kombat any less, or like it doesn't really make the game a bad game. It is still a fantastic game, but just things like this can just really push it to the next level. And I mean, you listen to Killer Instinct 2. Now let's go ahead and listen to Killer Instinct, the remake that just came out recently. And what I think it's so great that Killer Instinct did is it took its classic music and just amped it up even more, because the classic music of Killer Instinct is so fantastic. And what they did is just said, you know what, Mick Gordon, go nuts, man. This is our old stuff, and it is impeccable. It is such a great experience because it's like, and the music is dynamic in Killer Instinct, and it fits through. Once the one character starts going in danger, the music speeds up. There's an ultra, the music changes. Mortal Kombat X, I think, needs this. It does everything else so well, that I think it just needs this. It could music that would be dynamic, that would, you know, go into a fatality, that would go into an X-ray, that would just really just, man, put MKX at a whole new level. So now let's listen to Killer Instinct new. I just had to let that one play for a little bit longer because it is so godlike. Now that song that you heard before, which is something that I was like, you know what? I think this is what MK needs. Now, the sound quality might not be the best because it is a fan-made song by a person called Meister Tracks on YouTube, who kind of just amped up the music and did kind of like Mick Gordon did. And this is what it would kind of sound like if they did the same thing. So this is taking Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 music and kind of just kicking it up a notch. Now imagine playing Mortal Kombat, and that's the starting point. That is the starting point before you even play the game. You're selecting your character and you're gonna fight. And it's amazing. And here's the original. And you can see it's a love letter to the original. So let's go ahead and we're gonna listen to, golly, that was just great. We're gonna listen to a Mortal Kombat track, Mortal Kombat X track called Dead Woods. You can see it's very well produced, got some great, sounds good, but for a fighting game, it just doesn't inspire me.
Fight!
And there it is. It is cool. It is. It sounds like a movie soundtrack, and I think it's well done. But it's just it's a little bit missing something that is. At the end of the day, Mortal Kombat is a fighting game, and I think it should go back to what it really was like. You know, what it just is its roots, I guess, is the best way I can put it to words. And then let's go ahead and listen to Mortal Kombat 2: The Living Forest. All right, there you go. And as you can see, it is. I mean, because it's an older. It was made a long time ago. It's a lot simpler, but it still gets its point across, and it still like gives you that feeling. Man, you're in this forest. This the Mortal Kombat X one is fantastic. It is very well produced, but I just, in my humble opinion, I just don't think it captures the spirit a little bit that is Mortal Kombat, and it makes you want to like kind of really go in there and fight, and especially with a game that is so heavy on running up and pressure and block strings and cross-ups and crazy combos and breakers. I think that is something that just needs to kind of just be improved upon. And let's go take, like I said, here we go. We heard this one. We heard the Subway, which in my opinion is one of the best tracks in Mortal Kombat. So fantastic, man. It's like when I think of Mortal Kombat 3, when I think of all the crazy combos, all the cool things that you can do in Mortal Kombat 3 or Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, I think of that track, and it perfectly encompasses it. Let's go ahead and listen to another song. The Kutin Jungle it's a very well produced song. It's very cool, very well done. But now this is the Jungle. And there you go. Very well done. You're like, wow, it's very cinematic, but I think I don't remember the music, to be honest. And I don't really want to, like, this is not like bashing the music. Like I said, it's very well done. I just think it's cinematic. I think it would go great for a movie. And we're going to go and listen to another one of my favorite songs from Mortal Kombat 3. Super awesome. It's not as fast paced, but it's very dark, and it fit the stage. It was Like, you know, something that like if I'm in the mood to listen to video game music, that I would totally rock. And we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to Killer Instinct, and let's listen. Original Cinders theme. Godlike. Godlike. Now we're going to listen to the remake Cinders theme. And there we have it, folks. There we have it. It is something that in my heart that I wish would just be approved upon in MK11. Something maybe it is not too late. The game is still going to be over a year from now. It'll probably be released where we are right now at the time of this video. It is March. So we could expect Mortal Kombat 11 a year from now, and around April, May, we're going to see something around E3. Now it's a solid prediction. It's unless it's something that it's very dynamic, that NetherRealm would change its life cycle of games. But it's safe to say it's not like 100% anything can happen. Maybe they say, you know what, we're really going to make this MK out of the park and be super crazier than any other MK before. So we're going to have to kind of delay it a little bit. We're not ready to show it off at E3 because we're really going into it. But that's a what if. But if that's the case, then it's not too late to get some Mick Gordon action in this game. It's not too late to get this man in the game. And that's the whole point of this video, is let's let Mick Gordon loose on Mortal Kombat, because my God, you have seen what he's done. I haven't even played the music that he's done with Doom and all the other games that he's worked. It is fantastic. And I believe that, you know, and I'm not... I believe Dan Forden is still part of the team. He's still an immensely talented producer, and if he's not, then I apologize. But I'm pretty sure, because they've been a part of this for a long time. And look, here's the credits, and we can kind of see. But the point is, it's still early in development. It's something that I would really like to see. I think that's the final sprinkle on the cupcake that is Mortal Kombat that would just make it fantastic, guys. Well, I want to thank you guys, and I appreciate you guys watching this video and listening and kind of talking about with me. It's Mortal Kombat. It's a passion of mine. I love it. It's a game that just made me want to get into gaming and be part of the gaming world. It was Mortal Kombat 2 as a kid. It blew my mind, and the artwork and the characters and everything like that. Hey, look, all right, guys, but thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.